Hey folks, I want to talk to you a minute today about some of the changes that we've seen over the last couple of weeks. In prior video, we were seeing fish move up shallow with some of the more comfortable temperatures, consistent cool temperatures that we had. But now we're starting to see just the opposite of that with these fast warm-ups and big warm-ups that we're having. We're starting to see fish tailing off towards deeper water, midday. Now I'm not saying that they're out there chest deep or anything like that, but you'll watch them fall off the edge of these shelves or flats. They fall off the knee-deep zones around 11 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock. They're gone, and they're in crotch deep water, sometimes out to waist deep, depending on the conditions. And we've seen that more so, I guess, the reason we've seen that here lately, not only the hot temperatures, but the lack of tides that we've had in the bay. That could change here over the next week if we get our typical coastal flood advisory or bull tide that we typically get this time of year. That could change things, bring in some of the cooler water from the Gulf, and cool off these flats, give these flats a little more depth to them. But right now, the way it stands, that might need to be in your thought process or game plan. Early they're going to be shallow. Mid-morning, midday, they're going to be looking for cooler areas to lay. But I also think a lot of that has to do with the amount of boat traffic that we're seeing. And I think I'm a believer that ever since COVID, we've seen 10 times the amount of boat traffic on the water. And I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not griping about it or anything like that. It is what it is. Everybody's enjoying the resource, enjoying the outdoors. But that has in turn also, I think, affected some of these patterns, the shallow patterns, the deep patterns, things like that, where we could be pushing some of these fish and forcing them to live other areas, or take up residency in other areas. So, like I said, I don't know the true explanation for it, but I know that it is changing, okay? And to be aware of it on your next outing, or start logging it down, and you'll start seeing that pattern emerge over years, and that'll kind of tell you where you need to be and when you need to be there. That way you're not wasting time, throwing it nothing when the fish are 50 or 100, 200 yards either side of you, towards that deeper water. So, like I said, something to think about. It happens every year. Some years are later, some years are earlier, but it does happen. It just depends on the heat. So, y'all take it easy this weekend. Be safe. It's going to be fairly crowded on the water, being Easter weekend. Happy Easter, and y'all be careful. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.